Hello, hello, YouTube land and peoples. Um, I've had a few people to ask me to make a video describing how um, I look at cards on my end before I send them to PSA. And what I normally do is when I'm scanning the cards, if the person wants me to. If the person doesn't want me to, I do not do it. I just leave them in the card savers. They send them in and I ship them to PSA. But if they ask me to, I will. So this is a not a tutorial, so to speak. It's more of a teaching tool. So maybe that somebody out there will learn how to do this. So this is what I do. Basically, I scan the card, which I've already done for a sample. I blow the card up to 300%. I crop it. Well, I guess it would be better if I explained it. Okay, I'm going to open up my um, scan thing, which I use HP Solution Center. And I scan the card. And I already know where my folder is, so I can go straight to it. I've done it many times, but this is the first step that I do. Okay, and then I do this. I crop it, and I try to get about an inch, probably not even a half inch border around the card. And I usually put a blue background um, on the back as a piece of construction paper, real thick construction paper, so to speak. Now there are two pictures down here, as you can see. There's two pictures. One is for the whole entire scan, and one is just for the card. So I want to delete the delete that one, and then that, and then I rotate it to where it stands straight up, and I go right here to the resize output. I don't know if your scanner may have this or it may not have this, but I always ask for this whenever I buy a scanner. And HP is known for having the output resizing. So you can come here and you see the card right here, and you blow it up to 300%, which that's 300%. Looks like a regular size scan. As you can see, it looks like that. It's the same size, but it's actually blown up. Then I click finish, and it takes a minute or two because it's scanning the card really slow. So probably take a little bit to scan one card. But if you had 4 or 5 cards, then probably not. So right here is the thing. And then you do the same for the back to where I can do the same for the back. And then you go to the folder that your card is in, which mine, I just came up to it. Here's the one that I scanned before I did the tutorial. Here's the one that I scanned right now. They're both the same size. So what I do is I click on it, and right here you can see the whole entire card, right? Okay. Now you can see what happened? See that little plus sign right here where my mouse is? Looks like a magnifying glass. It's got a plus sign. You just left click on it and it makes the picture bigger. Okay, now what I'm looking for when I go to looking at these cards is the edges and the edges and the corners and the surface of the card. Now you can't really see defects as far as bumps and dings on the surface. You have to do that underneath a light. So this is mainly used for like scratches, um, things for like chipping edges. Like say if this is a 1970 card and it had been passed around from person to person to person over years of time, then it would have edges chipping right here. Okay, here's the 2000 Donruss Brian Urlacher rookie card. Okay, this card only costs like $7 to $10 on eBay. Normally, if you go to the card shop and you see one of these, it's usually 25, 30 cents. You know, people on eBay sort of take everything literally they ask too much for their cards. So I normally go to the card stores and look at their cards. So what we're looking at is chipped edges and the corners fraying on the card. So we'll go down the card. So far I don't see anything. Oh, right here is the white border. White, you can see the white on the edges right there, and right here on the corner is barely frayed. And the edges right here, you can see the white all along the bottom. You know what this is caused from? It's caused from having the card either in a magnetic that doesn't fit very well, or it could, like say, over a period of 10 years. Actually, this card is 16 years old. So it's in pretty good shape to be 16 years old. I mean, it's still in good shape. It's not like a 70s card passed out in the 1995. You know, when I looked at cards back in 1995, when I started collecting, the cards had really bad chipping on the thing. This cardboard right here is a different stock of cardboard, so they've come a long way in the way they look at cards. What you want when you look at cards in a scanner form is you want to have edges just like this, all the color going up and down the card. You want corners, you can see just barely indentions in the edge right here, just right in here. But down here it's not so bad. But they look at that, and the edges up here at the top are good. Now let's go up here and see on his uniform, see if there's any spots on the card. Right here is a couple right there. One right there and one right there. Anyway, and there's a spot right there, a white spot. But basically, when I look at cards like this and I see this right here, I normally just put them in top loaders and give them away to kids or have a piff them to somebody that wants them in their collection or whatnot. But card like this is really hard to find. I'm not a Bears fan, so I'll probably send this one to a lucky Bears fan, whatnot. Anyway, um, I'm gonna bring up another tutorial, um, another card that I want to look at. It's in last month's card. I want to show you guys something. Show you another card. The Sandy Koufax card. Now you see how old this card is? See, I can't click on it right now, but I can blow it up just like this. I'm using my mouse. I'm using my mouse and the control button. Put your finger down on the control button and go up and down, up for in, down for down, down for away. Okay. Now, when you're looking at a Sandy Koufax cards, these are not scans of my scanner. These are scans from somebody else sent me pictures of to look at. So this is a Sandy Koufax card, and what he wants to know is the card worth grading? Well, if he collects Sandy Koufax, yes. He's wanting some money back out of it. No, I wouldn't grade it. Sandy Koufax in an 8 would probably sell for probably, I would say, $80, something like that, or probably less. I don't know. Tell you the truth, I'm just guessing. But in a Gem Mint 10, Sandy, this card right here could fetch anywhere from $125 to probably $400. I've seen this card go as high as $400 before, or close to it. But anyway, this one's got the jagged edges. Like I said, it's a different cardboard stock. So back then, the cardboard fell apart really easily. So the cardboard, it's got a smooth edge up here, but it's got rounded corners on it. See how round those corners are? And it's got real bad chipping, and the corners are frayed really bad right here, and they're frayed right here, and it's also dirty. It's a really dirty card. That's part of the hat, so that don't count. And then on cards like these, they also look at the vibrant colors on them. If all the colors look like they're really like brand new, then most likely it'll get a higher grade. So I'll show you one more. I'll show you this one. This is a 1970 card. This card right here has almost sharp corners. Got a minute to show you. The corners are sort of rounded there, but not real bad. And the little corner is bent right here. But the edges aren't chipped, but there's color missing on the border right here. There's also a line through the card, like somebody had run something across the card. But other than that, it's a really nice card. I would say this card right here would probably get a PSA 8. It's got a scratch on the card. So, but as far as color, it's really nice. So that's the end of my tutorial, guys. Have a safe one.